What is going on? Ready to take down all of the cheese tonight? Bobby's been knocking on the door. And I have been knocking on the nothing in the NBA. Not had a good start. So we're going to probably just rely on what Mr. Bobby says, I guess, for a little while. We're just waiting for him to get in here. And we'll talk about the slate. There he is.
I'm going to finish chewing, but I'm jumping in.
No, all good. All good. So, yeah, we got a nice full basketball slate. And by the way, a full hockey slate as well. I just updated projections for both NBA and NHL. And if you guys didn't see it, I did an interview with a pretty sharp freaking dude today. I encourage all of you to listen. It should be on the site somewhere. I don't know. I think I may have put it in the NBA. I don't know. I don't know where to put stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just like a regular interview. I don't know where it goes. So it's on the YouTube channel. I tweeted it and I put it up there. So guys are really, really sharp guy. He's one of those up and coming wizards. Let's put it that way. He's actually older than I thought he was. I thought he was really young, but he's like older actually. He's like I think he's like your age. I mean, really old.
Oh my God. But I still feel that way sometimes. Like sometimes in my head, like I live.
How old are you? How old are you, by the way?
I'm 41, but I'll be 42.
Oh, he's younger than you then. Okay.
Anyway.
But not much. I mean, yeah, he's so anyway, I encourage you guys. He's got some very, cool thoughts on a lot of stuff and pretty cool, good Twitter follow, and good YouTube channel too. Very short stuff, but like kind of advanced. Well, it's you guys will figure out when you get there. So I just updated the projection. So in the last 30 seconds, who was ruled out? That's my question.
No. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, I just got an alert.
Oh,
nothing.
Oh.
So obviously, like this is the problem with these shows, and I'm actually flirting with the idea sheets. And I know you won't be able to do this, but this is something I'm going to try for big slates. Maybe I don't know which ones are the ones yet to do it, but I want to start doing an at-lock show.
Man, you got me so excited. I thought you were going to suggest to just cancel these things.
Oh, get out of here! Get out of here! Some of us need to make money, buddy.
No, I mean the live before lock show. It's like it's like so annoying for me because I have to do the projections.
It's stressful. So look, this is a free show. We can gear everybody in the right direction and tell them our thoughts. And then we go into for me, I go through the premium. I go back and forth with people all night long.
Right. Okay.
That's where you make the money.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
How am I going to make the money? Who are we playing tonight?
All right. So here's what I'm thinking right now.
You like that transition, by the way? That's pretty good, right?
It was really good. Like it's almost like professional though, right?
Almost.
So the thing look, I'm going to end up, and I think I'm going to end up trying to just tell myself this is a really stupid idea unless Joel Embiid is out to play Covington. But that probably means like I'm playing 5 big lineups. That probably means he ends up in one of them, potentially 2 of them. So that's to start with because he's going to be a bazillion % owned. So I would say just underweight stance on that, especially because there's so much information we're waiting for. Now, some of it is that simple, as simple as just Joel Embiid being ruled out would be all the value. We don't necessarily, Covington we would use then too, probably, but there's a lot of other things that would open up. Other ones that are speculative that I like going with Cedi Osman because of, first of all, there's not really a huge difference in ceilings. I think Cedi has a higher one than Covington, but Cedi is also more importantly playing at a 7:30 Eastern game. So it buys me a half hour to find out. Any weird Lakers, the Lakers are on the front end of a back-to-back. What are they going to do? But there's the in-season tournament thing. It's probably smart. They'll probably play everybody. It's my guess. But there's always that chance that Anthony Davis or LeBron gets ruled out. You also don't know who Golden State's going to start. And I think it's worth not that they're going to start him, but if you had a guy and these are thin plays, but if you ended up with some sort of form of a Wiggins or Moses Moody or something like that, they're thinner values than Covington, just as an example, but they buy you all the time in the world by what happens between lock and 10 Eastern, which also includes Herb Jones in New Orleans. So the more guys you have later, and if he's out, it's not that it makes anyone a must play. It does improve everybody on New Orleans side, and maybe Jordan Hawkins makes a lot more sense. But it improves your mid-tier plays.
said true DFS NHL projections
and that's a lot of what I'm looking at.
On SaberSim in a few minutes.
Because of news that you're waiting for, you really would like to delay. At the same time, some of that news is actually in the 7 Eastern game, but the biggest one is Embiid is out. So Scott, you're a premium member. To answer the question, what do we do to turn a blind eye to the Covington ownership? No. You can play Covington. If Embiid's out, Paul Reed becomes the priority, and Tyrese Maxey becomes the priority spend up.
So I have a couple of comments here. First of all, I want to share my screen. There's a lot of confidence out there. I want to show you guys something. Look at the State Kings. Look at the BobbyFi and Sheets all sold out.
Let's go.
Look at this. Everybody's really feeling it. I hope we have a lot to live up to tonight.
Dude, this has been this. I'm telling you, I've had my NBA start.
You've been doing great in the NBA. I'm trying to catch up here.
You'll get there. You'll pull it off.
Dude, I'm confident. You want to know why? Because I like to say I run good. So if I run good, I mean I make up for other deficiencies in that way.
I love it.
This is interesting. Now, is this an accident? This has got to be an accident, right? Is there a reason why you have 1.20 and everything except for 1.25 in the single entry?
Yeah, it's single entries. I don't like to really sell them even. I throw them up. I just like make it a habit because they shouldn't be priced the same, in my opinion. And also,
they definitely shouldn't be. But yeah, I'm just lazy.
It's just a little. Yeah, I don't in general do it too often, but I like to. And then also I charge some other ones for like 1.1 for if the bigger buy-in stakes, and I don't always play those tournaments, but. It's just a way.
Hey, you know what else I'm going to do, by the way? I'm just kind of in that mood. Not today, but pretty soon. You know what I'm going to roll out again? I'm going to roll out those. Listen, I've been doing good. Everybody's been doing good. I want to give something back or whatever. I think I'm going to run those subscriber tournament thing again.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
so I'm going to do the subscriber tournament thing. We're gonna, but it's not gonna be like last time. Oh, you had to be a premium subscriber to participate. So people like just signed up for like the free trial or something for like 2 days. So they know.
Yeah, you got to be an actual subscriber.
Definitely not. Don't bullshit a bullshitter. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, absolutely. No, I would love to run more stuff like that. And I think I want to, even from a company standpoint. But it's awesome. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, let me just catch up for a second.
If I'll tell you what, if I get that million or the 250 from the week before that I keep almost getting in football, if I hit one of those, then I'll run I'll run one.
Oh, you're such a sport. It takes you $1 million to run one of those things?
Give me a break, bro.
God,
I'm sorry, we're coming from different baselines. Give me a break.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I had another cheapo that I wanted to mention to you that's popped in the last update. Do you have any thoughts on Theo Maledon?
Yeah, he's so I have him currently in 3 of my 5 big buy-ins.
Oh, okay.
He's in 2 in my FanDuel one. Now, I'm curious how the field will react if he doesn't start. And the answer for me will be that I might just leave it. They might start McGowan's next to Ball. It makes more sense that he wouldn't start. Well, it might sort of like solidify his full minutes. Isn't it better in general that he's coming off the bench running separate a little bit from LaMelo, not to mention there's possible blowout implications against Miami, even though it's at home because they're shorthanded and they suck. So I like Maledon, but I also think that it's going to see depends on what happens with Philly and where the ownership goes. Like, do I love him at like 70%? No. Do I love him at 30%? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And if it takes on that much steam, and it's not really a fine answer in basketball to this question all the time, but like, what does the late news that we hear right before lock like tell us with a guy like that who's in the first set of games?
Dude, this is some good info that J.O., whoever that is coming in here with.
Always good with J.O.
I didn't hear this. He says, Charlotte coach said all 11 players will play tonight.
Yeah, I heard that that it was likely, but I didn't get official word. I don't think you have to worry about Amari Bailey playing too many minutes. I like Amari Bailey, like he's, but literally they could start him. You know what I mean? Like it's possible. So, and other people were talking about Nick Richards because Nick Richards is a great fantasy point per minute guy. Everybody loves him. That's like the last guy who benefits from this. Now, could it work out to where he gets there? Yeah, he actually was an interesting fringy contrarian to a Kongwu play for me early in the day. when I started going through all my deep stuff, because Nick Richards is getting run and it's costing Mark Williams, who I love, but they basically aren't playing any minutes together. And there's no reason against a team that doesn't have another big to put alongside Bam why they would play Nick Richards and Mark Williams together, except for if they were only going to use 8 or 9 bodies. So yeah, that is good information. And it does make everyone on Charlotte less appealing, which again, they're not really that appealing as it is to me, except for Maladon. I do think JT Thor on FanDuel especially, but I'll probably get a little bit of him on DraftKings because he'll probably still play like mid to high 20s minutes. It's not great value though. Like it's probably better to leave that one on DraftKings in all fairness. On FanDuel, I can play he and Covington for 37 and 39. And even if there's better value that opens up, I have some of that also. I throw a little Osman in there so I can do some even just get, and then you can play Jokic and everybody.
Well, I'm gonna answer this guy's question, by the way, the Ernest. Even though it's not exactly specific enough, I'm just not in the mood to be like a pain in the ass tonight. So he's asking what does the Saber Sim lineup look like? Now, again, I could be like a dick and just say, well, it depends on what you're talking about. It depends whatever. What lineup do you mean or whatever? But I think I know what he's actually talking about. So what I'm going to do is I am going to run like a new Saber Sim build with just a new projections, and just see what ownership just kind of shows up here. Again, I'm just not in the mood to like argue with people right now. So
yeah.
I'm going to give him what he wants here. Just show what the Saber Sim build. Now, again, the Saber Sim build is going to be based though on my projections, so it's not going to be based on the Saber Sim projections. So that's just something to keep in mind. What do you think of these Portland guys, by the way?
Shaden Sharp on FanDuel. Jeremy Grant on FanDuel. End of story for me.
Okay. So
but again, it's just because there's so many good plays tonight. Like, and I have 0 Jeremy Grant or Shaden Sharp or any Portland player on DraftKings.
Okay.
But if I was playing 150, yeah, I'd probably have a decent percentage of them.
Are you setting any rules with respect to how many Hawks you're using in the same lineup?
So here's the way I'm treating it. I didn't do any scripting, but the way that I'm treating the Hawks is DeJounte is the priority. So he's in most of my lineups. But it doesn't have to be in all of them. There's a lot of good plays today. There might even be more. But DeJounte, then Bogdanovich, then I actually do think the Sadiq Bey thing is a thing. There's very little time that I'm going to think a team like Atlanta is going to care about Sadiq Bey. All I know is I want a guy like that taking shots. He's 4,300. This is a boost up for him. He's going against his former team. He's a guy who literally tweeted something out about vengeance or something. So I'm like, that's good enough for me. He's 4,300. He was already in play for me anyway. Also, I like the idea of one of a Kongwu or Capella. I wouldn't obviously play those two together, but I think that again, you're going to feel terrible if you get the wrong one, but there's a good chance it's not going to average out to 24 minutes each. Somebody's going to play 28 and somebody's going to play 20 is most likely. And whichever one of them plays 28, I like at their prices. So I'm going to have to mix and match those guys a little bit. I actually want to give Capella a little bit of a higher boost. And I think there's an outside chance that you could see like a couple minutes where they play together. Not many, but still it's, Anyway,
is there any news on San Antonio? Like, are all these guys playing? Remember, all these guys were questionable earlier.
So Sohan, yeah, the other guys are all out. Like, Sohan is in. We don't know who's starting yet. I like Malachi Branham. I don't want to forget about him because of Maladon. Whether he starts or not, I like taking shots on Chetty. This game could get ugly. At the same time, I also, and to answer Nick's question from before, I think you'd be playing really poorly if you made Chet and Wembanyama your priorities. But I think that if you don't have some exposure to them, if you're multi-entering, you're also playing poorly. And I think
that's quite a squeeze you have going on there, huh?
I'm thinking like 150. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If you're playing 150 of these, I mean, sheets, the numbers in their box score will tell you exactly that I'm right. You know what I mean? At least in Chet's case. I'm sorry, in Wemby's case, Chet's more consistently near his 5x to 7x type of thing, which he's only hit a couple times with 7x. But Wemby is going to put up 25s, then he's going to put up 65s. You know what I mean? That you're just going to see that from these guys. So to me, if you're playing 150s to not get exposure to them when they're less than 5% owned or whatever they're going to be, I think is a mistake. But at the same time, it's probably too broad to say on this type of slate because I also like Zion at that price, who's also going to be low owned. I love Anthony Edwards. Nothing's changed about my love for Anthony Edwards. You have Chris Paul now on the other side, 6,100. You could pair with him in a nice little late night hammer stack. That's something I'm doing in multiple lineups. I like that. No, I would not play Luka and Kyrie together. There's no reason on a 10-game slate like this to ever play Luka and Kyrie together unless you're playing like 3 or 4 from the other side, at least. Sheets, would you agree with that?
I agree with that.
I'm agreeing with the Maxey thing. The thing that happens is let's say Embiid gets announced in. We keep talking about what happens if he gets announced out. Once he gets announced in, Tyrese Maxey's ownership goes down the drain. First of all, Embiid's already a good play. But I think Tyrese Maxey's actually a better play. And I am going to be heavy on Maxey.
He's really expensive on one of the sites.
He's 10-1 on FanDuel.
Okay.
I wouldn't play him on FanDuel, I don't think, unless Embiid was out. I do currently have him in some lineups there, and I'm happy to leave him in the small buy-ins. I'm not going to play him at the high buy-ins. I have Maladon in both of my big buy-ins on FanDuel. My other point guards are Chris Paul and DeJounte Murray.
I've got an idea. If anybody's interested, I mean, it's a pretty awful idea, but it's like an idea anyway. So so Steph Curry was ruled out, and with the exception of Chris Paul, no one seems to be getting a boost like at all, and I guess there's good reason for it. But I want to suggest like a really just like an awful play of like a guy who like legitimately like hasn't done like anything like forever, and
Wiggins,
and it would be the aforementioned former Minnesota Timberwolf, Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. So a lot of word about him so far. First, they don't feel like he's one of their better 5, and they're too small as it is. But they aren't too small as it is anymore when your 6 man is now Saric, not Chris Paul, and you're playing with the starting unit, and Chris Paul has no interest in trying to score himself, really. He will if he has to. But sitting have it as Draymond. So you have basically theoretically, other than Clay, the second highest usage guy on the team for a team with it's still a low total for them. They're playing at home. He's 5K. I don't hate the play. It's just there's so. And by the way, I would be shocked if not one of the Warriors smash, and it might even be the bench guys. It might be Moody.
Well, I'd be interested in Mr. Thompson as well.
It's too much on DraftKings.
Is it?
He's 65. I mean, he doesn't look right. Neither of them look right. To be honest, I like the idea of like the younger guys a little bit better. But yeah, Clay could come out and hit 1,000,000 threes. Obviously, it's a terrible matchup.
Well, and the other thing about that is that you get to play the aforementioned by Mr. Bobby, Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
On the other side of that.
But wouldn't you just rather play Chris Paul or Draymond personally?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I suppose.
But I don't mind the Wiggins.
I'll play them all. I mean, whatever. I mean, like.
I don't. I actually have to get the door. I'm still here, guys. I'm going to say to the question from Jolly about thoughts on Kamara from Portland. Look, the only thing I like about that play is that it allows you to delay your value. Kamara, there is no reason why you should be playing him on a.
I legitimately don't know who that is.
Tumani Kamara. He's basically their 6 man right now, but you just can't really play him on this slate except for to delay value and then say, okay, if I'm stuck with Kamara, I'm stuck with Kamara. I guess you could switch to Braun. No, they wouldn't have that information in time because that's an ESPN game. Usually it would start at that time. I mean, look, it's a very speculative thing at best. Kuminga is the same. I would call him the ultimate speculative play. There's definitely a ceiling here, but I just think we're reaching to play him on this slate. I said I would rather those guys, but that just basically means that I'm not as interested in Golden State as I would be on any other slate. But this is just not the right slate for it. I do think Gary Payton the second is I would rank him right around Kamara. Both as guys I'm not going to play, but I understand the thinking and it allows you to delay.
Are you
Oh wow, that's a big
Cheapbot Centro DFS Goldies NHL projections.
Hold on.
Sorry.
What happened?
Champagne is starting. I think it's a big deal.
Instead of who?
It does that. That's got to be for what's it called? Obviously,
San Antonio.
yeah.
Who? How?
Sorry.
Excuse me, how about Eric Haber knowing that Champagne plays for San Antonio? I mean, come on, that's got to be really good. There's nobody that believed that I would guess that right. A million years. So who was expected to start? What happened? Oh, Bobby left. Yeah, I am amazed at myself that I knew that guy's starting. That's awesome. See Jalen Suggs and Keontae George on Utah look like good plays. Let's see. LaMelo. Who's Jaren Jackson is ruled out? Is that new?
Hello?
I just see. I think Jaren Jackson is out.
Did that just happen?
I think so.
Oh my god.
I think that is accurate.
So this is one of those, huh?
I think so. You could just confirm that for a second. But as I was doing the Saber Simmons thing, at your attention, you have guys in your lineup that are out, and it says Jaren Jackson.
Let me see. It is, I believe, I don't have that yet. I don't have their starting lineup or anything. So, anyone else wants to? Yes, disregard the Clippers for me. Keldon Johnson is totally fine.
We were talking about Champagne. I was giving myself all this credit for knowing that Champagne played in San Antonio.
That's pretty awesome. I was surprised myself.
Is Ginobili still on the team?
We've got a problem with San Antonio. It's going to project well. And people like it, like he was like talked about as like a speculative value, like, blowout guy. It feels weird because the Spurs only have 10 bodies. I think they'll play all 10. As far as I know, they only have 10. They only have 10 that are at least qualified to play on DraftKings and FanDuel and everything.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting this Jaren Jackson thing. It's literally just a Saber Sim note saying.
Oh, it's Keldon who was out. Oh my God, that's what it was. I thought it was a different situation. So they announced Sohan in and Keldon out. Oh, Keldon was already out. What am I talking about? But he's starting. They're not starting Brandon. Okay, I got totally.
Wait, go backwards. You lost me there.
Yeah, it's good because you should just ignore what I said. I was trying to figure out what was. I thought there was a different boost. I thought San Antonio they had less players, but it's not that. It's just.
I want to know why my Saberson gave me a note saying that Jaren Jackson is out. So
yeah,
but that's like the only place I'm seeing it.
So let's see about Jaren Jackson. I still don't have him officially out yet, but I'm sure. Can you guys talk to that? Like,
I don't even have a questionable. I don't see him posted anywhere else, so I don't know.
Yeah, I can't find it anywhere right now. It doesn't matter. It matters. Yeah. What does it mean? Probably Roddy.
On FanDuel, I'm getting a bunch of Jalen Suggs. He's so expensive. Why would I want him?
I still really like your play from earlier.
Who, Cole Anthony?
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name's out? I mean,
Zero new on Triple J. Thanks, Kobe. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate all you guys being here. Hit the like button.
Hey, what do you think of Keontae George on Utah on FanDuel?
Good. Yeah, good play. Logical, chalky.
They're gonna be throwing out like rookies and stuff like that, like it's nothing.
Who?
Isn't Keontae George a rookie?
Yeah, but he's starting. I mean,
well, excuse me. I'm sorry.
That's a week. That news is so 1 week ago. Sheets, come on.
Jesus Christ. And S. Mays, we know him, right? He's been around.
Skylar Mays, yeah. I mean, I don't have any of them, but I get it.
Is there any chance that Jimmy Butler could change the hair for this picture?
I mean, that's what his thing is now. I don't know.
Yeah.
So this is a really weird situation. Guys, you guys can pop in any questions and any thoughts you have. Please click the like button. I'm going to probably transfer over to premium Discord information only in a little bit because I need to finish my builds, and I'm trying to account for. Well, there's the Jaren Jackson thing, as far as we can tell, is not a thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'd make it up, but I just saw it.
No. That's fine. I just wanted to throw it out there so people were aware that we don't have it as a thing. So, but what does this, as you say, what does it mean to the average?
What does this mean to the average man?
Why is Sham like? I thought this would be a projection love, and it doesn't seem like that yet. Oh, they don't have them.
If anybody can tell me what that comes from, like they should get like a free like
from what
with that quote.
Which one?
The one I said. What does this mean to the average man? Like, where do I get that from? There's no shot. No hesitation. They could Google it. Whatever. Actually, they might.
Wait. It's from. Come on, I know what it is.
You have no idea what it is. There's no chance in the world.
Markkanen fine, 400.9. Yeah, it does feel like it's going to be a high score net. I also think there's a chance that, I mean, to be honest, this value we have, other than Bogdanovich, and even that we've seen it go other ways before, it's all pretty thin. Like, Covington, to say whether it's good or bad chalk, look, if Embiid plays, it's probably, to be honest,
we really don't even know if he's playing yet. I mean, what kind of operation are they running here?
Come on, bro. I don't. It's crazy to me. I mean, I'm looking at the point projection guys from DraftKings that they like on SaberSim value wise, and I don't particularly have a lot of love for any of them. I'm going to play Maladon. I'm going to play Bogdanovich.
Yeah.
I don't have any Zach Collins. I wouldn't mind it, but I just don't. I have Chris Paul, not playing any Skylar Mays. I have a little bit of DeAndre Hunter. I actually do have DeAndre Hunter because I like that game stack. I don't have any DeAndre Ayton. I don't have any Embiid. I have a little Embiid. Chetty Osman, little Cam Johnson, not much. I didn't get to much MPJ, which feels weird, but I have a feeling it's going to be a Jokic. I could be an MPJ and also, to be honest, they could both go off. The question about Agbaji, I answered, but like in the chat, but I think that he's fine. But the thing, again, I like about him is that he plays in a later game. He's going to play minutes, and you can always swap for him if there's other news. Like for some reasons, if she's just putting out Jaren Jackson being out into the universe and that happens, that's right. A good guy to have.
Right. Or maybe we're supposed to play Jaren Jackson.
Yeah. I like Desmond Bane too, Nick, but like the question you have to ask yourself is, who would I rather play, Anthony Edwards or Desmond Bane?
Right.
I mean, Anthony Edwards hasn't put up less than 50 in 6 games now that they've won all 6, and he just put up 60 against this team. So.
Right.
All right. Again, please hit the like button. We're hitting like record numbers here for our shows. This is pretty cool.
I like it.
It's fun. Is Cade fine? Yes, I have actually a good amount of Cade, Nick. Good question. I do like Cade as a run back because of the Atlanta situation. I'll play him with 2 or 3 players from Atlanta. And I will sometimes have Asar Thompson, and sometimes I'll have Isaiah Stewart. I actually think that Bagley is going to be – this could be the troll game for Bagley, right?
I like the Stewart,
I think Stewart makes more sense. All right, so 2 more minutes, guys. We can answer anything. Again, we appreciate everything. Please click the like button, all that yada, yada, yada. Remember, you can sign up now for TrueDFS, have everything premium, including SaberSim at literally this same price as SaberSim, and they're happy for us to say that, so I'll say it. that and it includes our information as well. And we've got a great thing going here, and it's a great little community. So code BobbyFi NBA to get access to the whole site. And during NBA season, I think that's really important to be in the NBA premium Discord channel, because we do a lot of stuff in there. Come on, guys. There's so many watching. We got to get it more than 20 whatever likes. There's got to be hundreds of likes here. Come on. Or not hundreds, but, however many in there. Gilliard for me, no. Not anymore. There's too many other things. But I wouldn't surprise me if he had a good game. I just don't think that's like a necessary, again, though, a value that's later in the day that at least buys you time. So that part of it I like. I just don't know that I want to play him at that price. He'll get an opportunity. I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's something I'm going to do.
Who?
Gilliard.
Who?
Gilliard.
Yeah, no, I love Gilliard. Who are you talking about?
He's the starting point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the moment. MJ, we will never forget you, obviously. That's pretty funny. Thanks, Nick. I appreciate the kind words. And all right, guys, I am going to run in just a second. Sheets, anything else before
you guys want to hang? You can leave it going. I'm just building hockey lineups and doing nonsense. So
all right,
you can leave it if you want. I mean,
I'll get out of here. Do your hockey thing. Good luck, man, and good luck, everybody.
Yeah, so I'm just building my hockey lineups right now. Just uploading my new stuff. I did a video on the slate. I'm probably going to I just did a hand-built thing. I don't know if you guys are even paying attention, but used Nashville. It's going to be probably either Nashville or Florida, maybe even Calgary. That might not be so bad. That late night hammer game, I thought Florida, San Jose. I think that's going to end up being kind of popular. But there's one guy on Florida that we're waiting to make sure that he plays against Montour. And if he plays, then, that's going to be even more of a smash. Now, again, I apologize if you're asking questions. I'm not really looking at the chat right now, but I will peek back at it in a second. Let me see. Okay. Oh, hey, thanks, Garcelle. So, so I'm building right now. I'll tell you who I like, but I think it was Calgary was cheap. San Jose was cheap. And then the spends were like Florida. Florida was the guys I kind of really wanted. But I was getting some Anaheim, too. So we're just going to build, let's see what we would get here. So right now, if we just did without doing a contest, and we're getting all kinds of Nashville and San Jose. So that's something to keep in mind. But I am going to use the contest sim because I am pretty confident in my ownership projections tonight, and that's usually the sign of when you want to use the contest sims is when you're really confident in the ownership projections, because that's the real value added in the contest sims is having a good field of lineups to compare your lineups to. And if you think that your ownerships are good, then it makes that really, really strong. But you guys know me. I mean, I love those late night freaking hockey slates, the hockey hammers, like the San Jose's and the Florida tonight. I mean, I love cashing for zero, all the way throughout the day. Let's see what I would get if I just did the kick save, and I'll get back to basketball in a second. So all the San Jose. I just don't think I can resist. I'm just going to have to do it. Stack exposure. What I am going to do is I am going to take out the nonsense stacks, like the 3 3s, the 3 2s, the 4 2s even. I'm going to even be pure. I'm going to take out even the 4 2 2s. I'm just going to only play 4 3s and 5 2s and see how that impacts. Okay, so it wants me to play some 5 zeros, some 4 zeros. If you use Saberson, by the way, again, a decent rule of thumb, if you don't get what you want really easily, and Saberson sort of starts to yell at you, probably should listen. But I'm just a little stubborn tonight. So San Jose, Winnipeg, Calgary. All right, this all looks really, really good to me. So let's put all this in here. Let's put this in. This is the kick save. Yeah, that was the kick save. So we'll put all this in the kick save. That makes sense. Kick save. So as you can see, I mean, I have, just it doesn't get more transparent than this. San Jose, Winnipeg, Calgary are the top ones. Now let's take a look and see. Let's do the blue line one first, because I don't know if I want to, change my penalty kick one. So here is, San Jose again. Boy, oh boy. This has the one off of Patterson, which I don't like though. So we're going to just, just delete this one. I don't like the one off of the expensive guy. Even with the Ovechkin, I don't know why I think this, but this one's a little better. So this is more of a Nashville. All right, this makes sense. So let's put this one in the blue line. And let's see what the and I'm playing the qualifier also. I really want to win that for some reason. I never really play these qualifiers, but for whatever reason, this Pittsburgh one looks pretty good. The one off of Robinson, and it's got these late night guys. I think I want to play this one. Yeah, so let's get rid of that. This one looks, yeah. I don't like playing the one off with the expensive guy. So a little Pittsburgh and a little of that. All right, so let's put that in the qualifier. And I'm gonna see what they give me for the penalty kick. Then I will go back to basketball in a second because I want to do FanDuel. For penalty kick, it's the one off with Robinson. I really want me to play this one off with Robertson thing, but I want to play this. I think I prefer the Calgary. I think it's a little more. Maybe we just keep what I have there already. Yeah, I think we're going to keep what we have there already. And we'll just do that. Okay. I like my penalty kick one, my Nashville's. I think I did. Let me just look at it in a minute. I can always change this a little bit later, but. And then we'll get back to NBA. You watch. You can watch me build FanDuel like literally right on the spot. And that'll be fun. It's 6:30. Oh, it's plenty of time. 6:35. I thought that we had a time crunch here. Plenty of time. So this one is the championship, and this is this. Okay, good. So no dupes. Should be all good. All right. So let's Blackwood, Gibson. I got like different goalies. This is all fine. All right. So let me let's go back to FanDuel. I'll show you. We'll build it. We'll build the MMA. The MMA. Yeah, I'm doing that right now, Jolly. So we're gonna do first. We're gonna do the FanDuel MME thing. And maybe we'll switch it with the champagne news, but we'll deal with that a little later. But for now. And this is the really the unexciting stuff is the MME. We'll put that in right now. So we're just uploading our projections. Always exclude unlisted players in case Saberson like sticks you with somebody weird. So let's rebuild all these lineups. I'll let you know what I have, and then we're gonna build the hand build the big one. Love hand building the big one. Gouliard from Memphis. Looks like he's Juilliard. What time is it? 6:35? Not a problem. We'll do this, then we'll do the FanDuel. I'll show you how I'm doing it. We'll see what happens. I like that Edwards thing, though, for some reason. All right, so we'll build the run the contest then. Getting all kinds of Jeremy Grant on FanDuel. Let's see. I tell you, this Wiggins thing I want to play. This Chris Paul thing I want to play. I want to run it back with an Anthony Edwards. I really want to do this for some reason. I don't know why. Seems really dumb. but I really kind of like it. All right, so let's put in, first of all, 3 uniques. Put in the clutch. What's the clutch shot? Now let's get Jeremy Graham, Maladon, Keontae George, the guys that we mentioned earlier. And again, I presume that Embiid's playing, but if he doesn't play, we got work to do. Let me just see if there's any news on that yet. He's still questionable. 20 minutes to post time. That's awesome. Game time decision. That's awesome. Love this. Anybody have any news on Embiid before I guess not. This ain't going to be fun if he's out. Let's put it that way. Okay. And then we'll go into the World Basketball Championship. We'll put this in here. And we're going to change this in a minute, but okay. We'll upload these and then we'll change them. I just want to have something in before I do anything. Pacers money on. Look at that. It's like sharp. It's like sharp. It like sounds sharp. It sounds sharp. How many entries are we editing here? What the hell? 35,000 entries aborted? What the hell? What the hell is this? I don't know what that is. But okay, let's let's take a look. All right, so let's build a highest entry fees. Oh, I didn't do the all right, so in the monster, let's edit this big buy-in. All right, so all right, let's pull this up, pull up our FanDuel thingamajiggers. And the way I like to look at it is, let's just take a look and just gaze here. I mean, like we're sorting by sheets value score, so we're looking for lower priced guys. So he's 58% owned. Both these guys, wow, so chalky, but they look so good. Let's put them in for now. Grant and Sharp in Portland. We already have them in. Okay. What else can we do here? Let's see. Anything out here? PJ Washington? Even he's 22% on. Wow, this is a tough board. All right, so Theo Maladon is only 17% owned as the top point per dollar play on the slate. I think we want to play him, right? All right, so he's not in. All right, good. So let's put in Maladon. That's different at least. All right. We have all this money we can spend. Let's you know what? Let's just start over. Oh, we got 18 minutes, plenty of time. So again, what I'm looking at is I'm just looking at this is point per dollar rankings, but these guys aren't that highly owned. So Maladon, Chris Paul doesn't look that highly owned, and Bogdan doesn't look that owned on FanDuel, and Collins. I don't know. This looks good to me. Maybe. All right. So Collins is part of a game time decision ankle. He's on track to play. All right. So that's good enough for me. So we put in Collins, and then we can. So okay. So we're gonna do a full game stack with this Portland business, then, right? Is that the story? So we'll play Jeremy Grant. We'll play Shadon Sharp, and then we'll play Collins. And the Keontae George, right? So this is the full-on Utah experience. All right, so this is a good start. So 2 Portlands, 2 Utahs to start off with. All right, Embiid in. Thank you very much, Michael Floyd. Now let's take a look. So that's kind of stacked up very nicely. Play Olynyk. We can go for a full-on stack here. So if we did that, if we went for a full-on Olynyk, now we have all kinds of money we can spend on other stuff. So what that would mean is let's sort by sheets values for here and see what we can get. So we could overspend for someone like Shea at only 9%, or Luka, or Jokic. What if we did Shea just for funsies? $11-1. Who in their right mind is playing Shea at 11-1? Well, I don't know. Let me see if there's anybody to run him back with, just for the hell of it. Any good San Antonio guys in the board? You could play Wembanyama. Oh my God, could we really do this on FanDuel? Well, first of all, you could put him in here, and then we could put Olynyk in the center position, right? I mean Collins in the center position. Can we afford all this? So, dude, so we have all the Portlands, all of the Utahs, and a Shea Wembanyama combination, and then we got 2 guards to fill in. Is there anybody good? Oh, this would be really sweet if we could actually make this work. So now we're going by easily, right? You could play, well, first of all, Covington. Oh my God, 3,900. We don't need that position. We could play Cam Johnson and Bogdanovich, right? Almost. Yep. We gotta mess around a little bit. We gotta put another guy in point guard. Play Chris Paul instead. If we played Chris Paul, and then any of these has 5,400. Well, we could play Cameron Johnson. Is there any chance Shaedon Sharpe could be a guard? No. Yes. So we play Shaedon Sharpe as a guard, and then we'll play Cam Johnson. Oh, Cameron Johnson. Let's go. Very nice. You can't beat that, right? Well, you probably can, but all right. Beat is in, which is good. Want to try some of the DraftKings too, just for the hell of it? Let's see what I already did that, but let's. This is the W Championship, so I don't need to play that big of a deal here. But this is so sexy if I could pull this off. This Wiggins Edwards thing. So if I were going to do the same thing, by the way, with DraftKings and just do the same kind of hand build situation here, it would be, who would it be? Well, Grant Ayton, that'd be fun. The more of these Portland guys. So here we can play Ayton because I didn't play him in the other one. Play Ayton over here, and then I mean it's Bogdanovich. Ayton, I think Ayton's a good play. And in this one, we could then go play Michael Porter Jr. over here. Osman, we could be totally middling here. We could turn this into an Atlanta Detroit stack, sort of, right? At 6,050, we could actually afford something big. Gonna play Embiid, Jokic. You certainly go play Embiid. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I have to think that DeJounte Murray's got to be the nuts, right? I mean, it just has to be. You play him at both positions. Anything good on Detroit here? I mean, play Cade Cunningham at 8% ownership. I mean, this is actually not bad. You know, you turn this into a good old game stack here. You get Stewart, or you get Bagley starting. That's okay. So now you have a little bit of you have Atlanta. I want to do one more Atlanta guy. So Murray, let's play Bogdanovich. Put him in forward. So we have an Atlanta-Detroit stack. We're playing Michael Porter Jr. We're playing Ayton in this one, which I like. Can't really afford Markkanen, so we really have to play cheapos for the rest of this. I mean, we should probably play Covington, right? We don't even know if he's starting yet, but we'll play Covington for now. And then we already played Michael Porter Jr. We can play Jeremy Grant, but we're already playing him on the other side. Play Tyler Mays, we're already playing him on the other side. We're already playing Cameron Johnson on the other side. I don't know exactly what to do. You know, we didn't get to Osman over here. So if we played Osman, then we can really play somebody good here in the utility, which would be, who would be really good in the utility at 8,500? I mean, we're already playing DeJounte Murray. That's obviously who you're supposed to play. You know, we haven't talked about yet the Brandon Ingram. So I think this is pretty low owned. This isn't bad. All right, we're going to try it. We'll play this in this, and we'll play this in the fadeaway. I like it. I guess that's pretty much all I have for you guys tonight, guys. Hopefully something gets taken down. And, hey, keep an eye. Oh, so it looks like Covington is starting. Okay, so that is interesting. And that's it. Good luck, everybody.